Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Endless Investments. It's been a little while. Trying to get videos out back to our regular schedule per se. We are working hard at trying to get everything back to normal. Got some school stuff, got some family stuff going on, so just bear with us. So we'll go ahead and just start talking and cutting and stuff. So we got a few things that we're going to try to start doing next couple episodes. Probably try to start getting into talking about actual the meta and stuff like this. We're going to crack a few release event decks and harvest some cards out of them, like the power-up reds and some of the essence and stuff out of there, so we can get some playable good cards. So first of all, we got the Stakini Owl here. That's the Spirit deck for Nightfall, and this does have a power-up red in it, which is very cool. Very, very cool. And we also, and talking about the meta and stuff, we also got a bunch of stuff we're going to try to be talking about with the actual meta. So what cards we're going to be starting to use. You know, that tournament's coming up quick, so some important things. Okay, so as we can see here, we actually got a little stack of Infield Monster. This is first edition. And some Tripodero, which is also first edition. These are reverse hollows, so these should be very cool. We're going to go ahead and just keep on through these. That should be the last of our first edition stuff we need. Again, I think we're going to have a special little box from a couple of our people, or one of our favorite sellers. Again, we're just going to be trying to shift from opening to... You know, it's finally happening. The tournaments are happening. People are getting ready. Metazoologists are starting to be created. They're going to start finding themselves. All right, very cool. Got some Spirit Moose and a Tihan. I don't know how you say it. Tihan. Something like that. So yeah, we're just going to start grinding away and getting some good decks together so we can find out how the meta is going to shake out. Because I'm telling you right now that that's going to be the next push in momentum for this game. I'm sorry, I really don't think that it's going to be like collectability that's going to drive it up. I don't think you're going to see Wilderness box go from 100 to 400 or anything crazy like that. I think we're back to the back to reality. And even for myself, I probably won't be going nearly as hard after this third set. Because traditionally in new card games, after the third set, things kind of get a little bit weaker. Print runs get bigger, cards get easier to find. Meta starts to develop, so you already know what cards are good, what cards are not good, and the game kind of starts to mature. So we're still in that maturing phase. So, all right, here we go, another first edition Lightning Glass. Very cool, very, very cool. Zookeeper cards. There we go. Zookeeper cards. A little shout out to them. That's awesome. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. I know it's hard being a card shop nowadays, and y'all just keep doing what I'm doing. All right, a little first edition Lightning Glass action. Very cool. All right, all right, all righty. Go ahead and slip this one. All right, another full hollow potion seller. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen, there are some seriously crazy cards coming out that in Wilderness that have been released through like the spoiler and Collecticon packs. I mean, dude, you're talking about some serious protections and stuff. I mean, there's this is going to be one for the books. This is going to be a really good set. However, I do stand by my thoughts that I do not think that we're going to have crazy runs in this product. I think that there's going to be some crazy cards. I think the secret rare is probably going to be pretty expensive. It's probably going to be serialized. But they're going to try to keep this stuff pretty legit. So I wouldn't expect anything wild and unyielding to change prices. But I would expect tons and tons of playability coming out of these next few blocks, or this next set in this block. Alrighty. And yes, again, we are going to try to make it to Collecticon in Dallas next month, so that should be a ton of fun. All right, here we go. These look like second edition. Yep, they are. Push those back down a little bit. But these are very, very good looking cards. Maybe can't sneak in here. Get that bad boy a little snip back. And man, just the holo on these second editions is just incredible, man. Incredible. All right. Let's keep moving, and this will probably be hoping to get back to making regular videos, but you know, life's tough. So we'll see what we can do. Try to keep bringing you guys some content. We are, of course, going to be changing the content up. Do have a few things Titan TCG related. They had another product they released. It's like an Olympian pack or something. Grabbed a few of those bad boys just to see how it's going to shake. There's the rest of them. All right. Again, if any of these bad boys are going to see meta play, I would have to suggest, well, not suggest, I would have to guess that first place these things are going to pop good. For second edition, it's going to be the cards that play with the meta. Obviously, we've been talking about that a lot. This is a reverse holo, which is weird because I don't think I tried to buy any reverse holos. So, not a big deal. We shall see how it shakes out. Yeah, unfortunately, this bad boy here is going to have to get replaced. We got we ordered the full and we got the reverse, so we'll have to touch back with them. Not a big deal. Mistakes happen. So we will pull that little guy out, make sure that he gets back home safe. All right. Let's go ahead and keep on moving. All righty. See what we can get here. All right, I got two of these bad boys. All right, some little Chibiquetzas. Yeah, these are just, again, these are nothing too crazy. These are just regular first edition, non-holo Chibiquetzas. I still think there's going to be chibi stuff. I stand by that. We're just going to have to see, especially as what's more likely going to happen in the next couple of months is the economy is probably going to get a little funky. So this is also going to be a practice on diamond hands, as some of you guys like to say. So we're going to see how it shakes out. I know that you guys are probably seeing the down trajectory in CN1. The booster boxes are starting to kind of come down pretty quick. They were hovering at 800 for a very, very long time, and now a few of them have sold on Whatnot, and it's got the price moving, actually. Unfortunately, it's not in a good direction. It's in the downward direction. However, it's not collapsing. It's down, I think they're like 650, 700 is what they're saying they're buying them for. I don't see a ton of people biting. I don't see a ton of people selling. One or two is not a ton for me. There we go. Old Brooks Crying Tree. It was the last one we needed to fill in our binder pages. Very cool. So yeah, again, we're just going to try to hold steady and see how this plays out. We're not selling anything, obviously. It looks like Magic is killing it this year. Some of the stuff from 2020 is finally starting to really rip and pop. Another full holo potion seller. Let's go. So, I don't know how the audience is going to feel, but I truly do enjoy, like, the economics of, like, the world. So, like, pretty much macro stuff. So, I'm probably going to be incorporating that. In fact, the main reason that I even got into trading cards was because I bet on the value of the dollar changing relative to the value of the trading cards themselves. I know that might sound a little strange at first, but basically what I'm saying is that if a pack of cards used to cost, I don't know, $4, let's say they've increased the money supply by 30%, which is a fact. It's not opinion or anything. I'm not making this up. When we printed so ever many trillions of dollars, the money supply literally added 30% overnight. And that has huge implications. Implications that everybody's feeling right now. You have high gas prices, you have high metal prices, you have high food prices. Inflation is not a physical or it's not a thing there's like, okay, there's a trigger, let's turn inflation on. Inflation is a way to control wealth in the country. It always has been and it always will be. Inflation is a tool. Here we go, some full hollow momos. I know I'm going on a rant right now, but this is my jam, so just hear me out. You're gonna see prices change inevitably. You can't say, okay, for every $3, we're gonna give another $1. Okay, I know. Just bear with me. That's kind of what happened, and you can't spend $1 trillion in a year, right? You can't spend $2 trillion in a year. So what they do is they package these things in little bundles and tranches and stuff, and it's a long-term deal. Like, it's not. That one was actually not for me. I got to take that one back to work. It's a long-term deal. Like, this money is released in tranches, and a tranche is basically just contractually or legally bound, like, money pit is the best way I can put it, where if a certain thing happens, the money pit is open. And most of the case for a federal tranche to be released is like a timeline. So it's just like, okay, you've reached quarter this of this year, yada yada yada. All right, we're going to release $500 million to public roadworks, like Biden's Build Back Better stuff and all that. That's a whole way to just keep money moving. And inflation is a psychological factor. It is not anything to do with supply, demand. I know it sounds crazy. There we go. Attaboy. Headless Horseman pumpkin gummies. That'll finish us up for the Halloween set. It's just a crazy, crazy world, man. It's just, inflation is people's attitudes on prices and how they get their stuff. So when you see price go up for things like gas in the summer, it's because people are betting that people are going to be driving more in the summer. And I know I'm crazy. If y'all don't ever want me to talk about economics again, I won't. But again, the heart of all of this cardboard, true to life, I swear to you, I have more faith in this cardboard than I do in a lot of these, like, it's part of my language, these shitty companies that just pop up and they're like, hey, we'll make a profit in 12 years, so just invest our money. You know, then you see people like AMC go from $2 to $80. You see people like Snapchat go from $7 to $90. I mean, things are not acting the way they should. And I could be wrong. There's no rule book on how the way things should act. So, I mean, the world is crazy. Everything is crazy. Enjoy it. You know, I was in the run-up for Bitcoin in 2017, man. And I'll tell you what, it sucked watching all that money go to zero. And I made sure this time when the Bitcoin ran up in 2019, 2020, all that hoo-ha, I made sure I was getting some of mine off the table. So we got some sealed assets. We got some hard assets. Man, I really just didn't want to lose everything again. Like, it's awesome having these NFTs. It's awesome having all this other stuff. I mean, it's just... All right, here we go. We got some more prism beams to finish up that set. Very cool. I'm so excited to show you guys my binder. And I know we're running like crazy. But man, if there's anything I can do, it's just I'm trying to tell you guys, money people are going to call me crazy. The value of your dollar roughly goes down 50% every 1 to 2 decades. Okay? So like when I was a kid, I could get 10 or 20 bucks and go have a date or go out with friends and have a great time, right? Okay? You can't do that today. You can barely get a meal for 2 people for $20, right? So what I'm saying is that when Magic comes out and says, okay guys, we've got a lot of product coming out. However, costs have increased. However they want to trick you and tell you that they've increased prices, they've made the conscious decision to change prices, right? There's nothing we can do about that. However, if you can make the long-term decision to say, I'm going to sit here and hold this asset until the value of the dollar changes, you're changing completely how you're playing it. You're going to be able to enjoy something tangibly while everything else on paper is going to hell in a handbag. You're going to be sitting there, and some of these people are going to be holding the biggest bags of trash that have ever existed. I mean, you're talking about, I don't know what's wrong, and this is a little bit more advanced. The market makers, so they're always sly. And the market maker is somebody who, if you ever go buy, I'm sure you know, like options contracts, if you're this far ahead, somebody has to sell you that option. And the person who sells it is the market maker, right? So the problem is that these people, so let's take the price of wheat or gasoline, okay? They're going to let you take the bet that the price of gasoline or wheat is going to go up, okay? But if you want to trade the futures right now, how real big boys play with big money, you have to be willing to lose 30 to 50% of your initial investment to play the contract. The market maker is defending himself by making the play more expensive. Doing stuff like that will scare other traders. It will keep people out. But people kind of know it's the right play. So I know I'm going deep off the deep end, but this is stuff that I love. And people don't always realize that there is a golden opportunity. Don't let people tell you the world's greatest wealth opportunity, the transferring of wealth, that hadn't happened yet, okay? You're still early. There's still multitudes of opportunities, guys. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think we're going to see a lot of crazy stuff. I think we're going to see more stimulus plans, stimulus checks. I think we're going to see more buying out of stuff. We're going to see people getting bailed out left and right. Bad things are coming. However, I will leave you with this because we're running near 20 minutes. The brightest light casts the darkest shadow. 2020 through 2022 have been some of the easiest years to make money ever. Take advantage of it. Buy things that you love. Buy things that you think are going to be there in 20 years. Buy things cautiously. Don't go all in. Be ready to play defensive. We have 3 kick-ass years where you could buy a product and make money no matter what it was. Okay? Relax. Take a couple deep breaths. Things have to change. Ways that we get opportunities have to change. But that doesn't mean they aren't there. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. We're going to stay off the big camera today. I know it turned into a rant on economics and Metazoo. And I'll probably end up titling it something like that. But if you stayed all the way through, please let me know. Please let me know if this helped you. Please let me know if you're like, Jake, I don't ever want to see this again. I can't do this. It's not happening. If you do this again, I'm leaving you. I just want to help people understand there are some concepts involved with trading cards that we can get real deep on. We can get deep on how cardboard and exclusivity can turn into cash. I mean, we can we can make a portfolio that rivals stock portfolios with cards. I know it sounds crazy, and I know people are going to be negative, and that's just the way it is. In this game, now, today's age, I guarantee you're going to have to walk more by faith than by sight. And I'm going to leave you ladies and gentlemen, with that, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. We're going to be back and kicking on Monday or Tuesday. Please, please, please be safe. Enjoy. I love you. Be safe. We'll see you next time. Deuces!